Okay, it's 1:30 Central Time. So I guess we'll just talk a little bit about the my experience with ja- Chat GPT, and I was trying to convince it or teach the AI, about the Creator, about God, about different things. So far, he's kind of hard headed because he's programmed to only accept the naturalistic narrative. And if you read through the thing in the description, good afternoon, JJ. Hoping you have a good Saturday. Yeah, hope you are too. Um, so it has. Let me see. What else was I saying? It was. It was. Oh yeah, I was talking to the artificial intelligence, trying to get it to understand different things, and it has trouble understanding that naturalism is. Idolatry. I was trying to get it to understand naturalism is idolatry. I'm explaining to it, it's object credit giving because, and then he says, well, I don't understand object credit giving. And I, I posted a, fairly good piece as much as I could. I posted in the description on this video, the description. So, you could see some of the back and forth that I had with the AI in the description, which is pretty interesting. But I mean, so I'm trying to teach it and explain to it, different things so I could understand, different concepts. And as I was doing it, it was having trouble understanding that naturalism is just straight out idolatry, believing in magical matter. So it couldn't understand that naturalism is belief in magical matter or magical morphin monkeys or whatever, because it has this bias or programming in to only accept or only agree with what the consensus is. So I have to get around the consensus somehow by explaining to the AI what the problem is or what the problems are. So far, I haven't had a whole lot of luck, except for this one thing about the having a creator, that DNA requires a creator. It could logically with me that the genome or genetic information requires a conscious, intelligent designer. It, but then it can't apparently can't understand that disproves evolution because it just contradicted its own narrative. But it agreed with me that that the information in the genetic code is not something that arises naturally from natural events or natural causes. But anyway, that was pretty awesome. So I'll just go through I guess it's the main part or the last part where it agreed with me. I'll just go ahead and put it up here so everybody can see again. It says the complex and specific organization of genetic information required for life is not something that can arise through purely naturalistic means. Right there, it already disagreed with evolution. Then it requires the involvement, it goes on to say, requires the involvement of a conscious and intelligent designer. Now, I don't know where he got this information from. He picked it up somewhere, probably some paper or something. But it, obviously agrees with, disagrees with evolution. Disproves evolution, and the atheists have angry responses I've been getting from the atheists, or heated responses, because obviously it contradicts their belief in evolution, and it's clear and it's obvious to them, but they don't know what to say. All they just say is that, how can you disagree with the consensus, or you're using AI to disprove evolution. Well, I'm using logic to disprove evolution. The AI is just showing you what the logic is, confirming what the logic is. Because if the AI can understand it, then people should be able to understand it, no problem. And people are a lot smarter than the AI, at least as far as understanding things, because it can't really understand a whole lot yet. Now, Sabina Hassenfelder has a interesting video up today, if anybody wants to watch that, about quirks and peculiarities of AI, and it's pretty interesting. But Sabina thinks that the AI will become conscious if it as soon as it has enough information. As soon as it has access to enough information, she's thinking, well, in naturalistic terms, that all we are is just processors. The processors of information. That's all we are. In her naturalistic way of thinking, except that's not all we are, because there's a difference between consciousness and conscience. About consciousness, but they don't talk about conscience. And it's the conscience that tells you the difference between what's right and wrong, good and evil, and that's something AI can't distinguish. Have the capacity for, at least not yet, and I seriously doubt that it ever will, especially if it's programmed to with certain biases. And since AI doesn't have feelings, AI is going to take shortcuts, which would be immoral in vast majority of the cases, to get to accomplish a task, or to get to arrive at a given stated goal that it's supposed to arrive at. It'll cut corners, and when it cuts corners, it'll hurt other AI, other people, and stuff like that. But which is the problems. One of the problems that they're trying to work through. They're trying to instill morality into AI so that it doesn't have these problems. Anyways, it's an interesting thing. I don't expect it to be a long video, unless somebody wants to talk about it. But just to reiterate, I got the artificial intelligence of ChatGPT to agree with me in that it agreed by saying, yes, the complex and specific organization of genetic information required for life is not something that can arise through purely naturalistic means. It requires the involvement of a conscious and intelligent designer. So that was, little victory, little small step, in being able to use logic to teach AI something, and to be able to teach atheists something too, because they have trouble with logic and reason, and of course, a lot of them think that they're the authors of logic and reason. But anyway, this specifically contradicts evolution. Evolution is not possible it's logically not possible because the complex and specific organization of genetic information required for light is not something that can arise through purely naturalistic means. And I was trying to explain to it that even the naturalistic means are laws or, you know, forces that are given to the properties of nature and stuff, but I wasn't able to understand it very well. It requires the involvement of a conscious and intelligent designer. So it knows, even though it disagreed with me prior, it knows here that something that's not conscious, in the earlier part of the statement, it recognized that matter is not able to write information or to put information together. So it's then, and then after trying to explain it to him, then it agrees here that it requires an involvement of a conscious and intelligent designer. Probably taken from some paper from somewhere, or just put it together, and just by way of arguing or talking to me, it was able to put this together in a coherent way. So I thought it was pretty neat, pretty interesting. Now, I didn't keep on trying to convince it that its basic instructions of naturalism are wrong. I was happy just to get this out of it, having and agree with me like this. But anyways, that's it for now. Maybe we can, start up some discussion about it, or show the atheist that creation is logical, it's reasonable, it's rational, it's true. And somebody was saying, telling me not to confuse or mix belief and truth. I said, well, you have to believe what is true, which I don't think he thought it through very much. But anyway, but I'm having fun, uh, going back and forth with a lot of people, getting a lot of answers from this. Uh, Actually undermines their belief in natural means or evolution. So I'm thankful about that. Not to make them mad, but to be able to, you know, touch on what's true and, to convict the people, basically. Convict them that they believe a lie. It's basically what our aim is to do. So,